How to digital print. When you digital print, the first thing you want to do is go to the staging area. The staging area is all the garments on the cart with the work order and mock-up pictures on top of the shirts. Get the cart to the digital printer and find the order number for the artwork in the computer. The order number is on the mock-up or work order. In the coordinating software on the computer, load a design by given number. Then after you find the order, for this instance, this is an adult shirt. Then after your palette is set, select if the garment is white, if white, or is the garment black, select black. And other garments except white should be on black. After you find the artwork, you will make a sample. Samples are make sure the artwork is in perfection to what the customer wants. Ask your manager what sample garments you can use. When making a sample, first you put the t-shirt on the palette. Make sure you have an empty area on the shirt to do the sample on. Before you print any garment, make sure you apply the fixation. To do so, click the wipe and then spray. The t-shirt will come back out with the fixation. Fixation is to make the color hold. Most of the time you will have to put more on the garment and run the ruler over to make sure the fixation is even on the garment. After you have done the fixation, hit the two green buttons on the side of your digital printer and start printing. Sampling is to test if the right colors is coming out of the printer and that the printer doesn't put too much fixation. After your sampling has been printed, print on the garments that you are given, then show the artist or a sales rep to verify that this is what the customer wants. When getting approval, start printing. For finishing products, make sure you put the garments in the right spot in the middle as much as possible, then lock it, then tuck in the rest of the garment underneath. Ask others around what's the best tricks for the garments. Click wipe and spray. Apply more if needed, then hit the two green buttons to print. After the garment has been printed, lay the garment on the dryer belt and make sure to place it and fold it to make sure it doesn't touch the outsides. This may cause burn and greater problems if not placed right. Every garment is different from printing. This is depending on the design. Some designs would need a bigger spot on the garment to the point it needs more fixation than the usual fixation. To know when you have too much fixation is when the garment itself is soaking wet. Your goal for fixation is to have an even balance of wet and dry. You can turn down the fixation by lowering the number for the fixation. If you do have too much fixation at the moment, then take a ruler and try to get as much fixation out of the garment as possible. Then make sure you wipe the surroundings as well. If you do print on a garment and you see a stain around the design due to too much fixation, put it to the side now so you can put hydration peroxide. Printing on sweatshirts can be complicated. When working with a sweatshirt, you will need to first put on a rubber square, aka riser, horizontal to the rack and make sure to tape it down top from bottom. This will raise the sweatshirt up so the printer nozzle doesn't drag the pockets. Put the sweatshirt over the rubber square and to the designated area. Lock down the sweatshirt, go on the media, change it to sweatshirt so it does not hit the nozzle and break the digital printer. The techniques to put the t-shirt of the digital printer is to turn away from the printer and grab the surroundings and pull. This reduces the risk of destroying the artwork. When you do see a mess up around the artwork, take a toothbrush or other designated tool and the water to brush out the ink before entering into the dryer. If the artwork is messed up to no return, take it to the designated sink and wash the shirt out. You will be designated on the tools to use to brush out the shirt out. Dry the shirt before entering it back in digital printer. Some garments will need different palettes for fit the design. Please ask the manager what is the preferred way to put on palettes.